sir?
Absolutely. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, I don't think we've quite got it together here, but we have the new Secretary of Transportation, Matt Uglar, wanted to come in and introduce himself,
So as soon as we get him on, we will let him do that.
but he's
So I
not
say
on
just go
right now,
ahead
so
with everything else, Mr. Seiler.
we'll go with the minutes from our last meeting.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes.
We have a motion. Do we have a second?
I will second that.
All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Claims.
I'll make a motion, we approve the claims.
We have a motion to approve the claims. Do we have a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All those opposed? BSO report.
Thank you. Looked like we lost one more veteran recently, Mr. David Merritt, and we ordered flowers for his service. No relative, but it just continue to lose local veterans.
Great.
But we continue also to recruit new veterans. And we've had several recently come and file claims that hadn't before. And so it's been a great honor to do
Hey
that.
Heather, can you hear us?
Just like-
Yes, we can. We went ahead and started our meeting, so just a moment,
Absolutely.
Butch, because I want him to hear whatever you have to say.
Okay.
So we have you in, so we're just gonna let you listen for a second and then we'll come back to you, okay, Secretary?
Thank you.
Go ahead, Butch,
Okay,
sorry.
thank you. But this is my last meeting with the commissioners. And I was just telling my replacement here that the commissioners have always been very supportive in the things I've wanted to do in the county and helping me attain the goals that I set out early on in 2017. And the county council has always been very supportive and providing me the budget I needed to accomplish these tasks. And I fully appreciate y'all's efforts. Now, we did get the plaque placed in front of the flagpole at the Heroes Home in Gentryville, and it bears the names of the 3 county commissioners that approved the funds, Jim, Heather, and Tom. And so I know that I really appreciated all the help you guys gave me in the support, but it's a beautiful plaque, and everybody can see that we contributed to something for the county that will help a homeless veteran. And we have plans to build 8 more homes in Dale for our homeless veterans. And so it's a project that I'll be taking on in my retirement, that I'll be the treasurer for that organization. So I do want to introduce to folks that haven't met Chris here in the room. This is Chris Morrison. His first day will be Monday, and we'll be joined together at the hip, trying to drink from a fire hose, learning all the things that he'll need to know about the office, and working with the VA. And IDVA in Indianapolis, he has a lot of training yet to do, but we have a lot of things that we do in the office that doesn't actually pertain to filing claims. It's ordering flags, taking care of flags for Memorial Day, the cemeteries that we put, 67 cemeteries in Spencer County that we put out flags for our veterans that have passed. And so Chris will be taking the helm on that. And just many other things that we do out of the office. But it's been a pleasure working with y'all for the last 8 years, and but I'm looking forward to retirement. I never thought I'd live to be 80 years old, but now that I have, I'm gonna go eat all the cheeseburgers I can find.
There you go. I guess probably what the thing that makes me appreciate what you did more, I cannot tell you how many times I've heard people from Owensboro, Kentucky say that their dad or their mom came over here and got from you because they couldn't get taken care of in Kentucky, or somebody from Perry County, Indiana, or somebody from Warwick County, Indiana, or DuBois County, Indiana. We can't thank you enough for what you have done.
I appreciate that.
Every VA officer in this whole state ought to take after you on what they do for our veterans, and I appreciate that.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much.
Appreciate that.
All right, I guess are we ready to meet our new Secretary of Transportation?
He's very handsome.
Got some good movies out there.
That looks like Letterman.
Don't you
Okay,
love-
Matt, if you give us just one
love
second.
technology?
I can hear you.
Oh, well, that's good. That's probably I'm sure people in the room would have something to say that you probably wish you wouldn't have to hear me.
Technology ain't great.
Working?
No.
Okay, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna let you address the room and introduce yourself. So I'm gonna turn you around to the room and you can go ahead and speak.
Okay, well, thank you very much. I appreciate the invitation to attend this, even though I wish I was there in person, but, online it seems like I have to do some of this stuff like this occasionally, and thank goodness I have some young folks here that can help me get on the computer and do all this, because I am not your electronic wizard at all, so thank goodness for a good staff to help me get this kind of stuff done. But, very, very happy to be up here representing the people in Indiana. Of course, I'm a southern Indiana guy and from Perry County and right up next door to Spencer County, so know the area, know many of your constituents personally. So, and many of them are, in fact, my family, so that's all good. But happy to be here, happy to address this group, and anything that I can do to help out the state is going to be a top priority. You can get a hold of me about any time. I guess a little bit of the stuff that I'm currently engaged in, the NDOT has pushed off over 300 projects in the past year due to a lack of funds, so that is going to be a big issue to get the funding right. And I can tell you this, I live in Bloomfield right now, Bloomfield, Indiana, and every time I go home, I have at least one or two constituents. I go to the bank or go to Walmart, hey Matt, when are you gonna fix the grade between the River Bridge and Bloomfield? So I hear that often, and I always reply in my wise guy kind of way, well, that's gonna happen next week. So, and they all laugh at me knowing that it certainly will not happen. But the funding side has to be done, and there's been a lot of projects that have been pushed off because others have popped up that were more of a priority to the last administration. Hopefully this governor is gonna let me drag out the list of projects and start whittling them away one by one. I would be remiss if I told you guys we would be all caught up by the end of the summer, because I think you're all smart enough to that will not happen. But I can tell you it won't be from the lack of trying to get it done on this staff. There's some good people in place. Then get the funding priorities right, and then get to work on the projects. That again, thank you all for letting me participate in this, and hopefully I can get more of this going around the state. As soon as this session is over, I hope to get out to all the districts and meet people one-on-one, because that's what I do best. If anyone knew me from the past, I'm a hands-on guy. I like to get my feet dirty and my hands dirty. That's what I do. That's how I've always managed, and will continue to manage that way. So with that, I've got NDOT, I've got the BMV, I've got Northwest Indiana Regional Development, and I've got broadband. So I've got a host of duties. Yes, drinking from the fire hose, and I think I heard your last speaker say that there would be other people coming in to drink from the fire hose. I had to snicker when I heard that because I know exactly how it is. There's a lot to learn, a lot to do, and need good people around you all the time to get the job done. So again, thank you for allowing me to have a piece of your meeting.
Okay.
Thank you, sir. Look forward to working with you.
Thanks, Matt. We will catch up soon. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. I think you'll be up here in Indianapolis, and I'll catch up with you sometime up here.
All right, thank you.
Okay.
Thanks so
I think
much.
you're on my stick.
Okay,
Thanks a million.
all right, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, Health Department?
Yeah, I turned in the January monthly report for the nurses. I don't know if you have any questions on that. And then we had submitted some pictures with expanding on the STD testing. They are trying to figure out a way to discreetly provide these tests to the citizens that come in and need that testing. And in order to do that, they were thinking about placing a cabinet. They're about $40-50 a small cabinet in each bathroom that they could stock with the sample cup and things like that. And what they would do, they would send the person here for testing to the restroom with a key. They would unlock the cabinet, remove the cup, give the sample, place the sample back in the cabinet and lock it. And then upon that, then they would return to our office area and then the nurse would go down to the restroom, collect the sample, do the testing, clean the box, and get it ready for the next time. And looking at that, we figured, I don't know if there's a restroom downstairs, they had said something about that. I'm not sure that would be feasible if it's in working order or anything. 2 locations in each of the bathrooms. One was in the larger stall, the handicap stalls in the bathroom, and one area was placed outside of the stall. And that would be, you allow that. I don't know what choice you guys would rather.
I think let us table this
Okay,
and then we can discuss it over and come up with a plan for it then.
okay, all right.
That way we've had time to, the information's been
yeah.
presented.
Okay. All
But
right.
thank you.
All right, thanks.
All right, anything else?
Nope, that's
You're
all.
good? Sheriff's Department?
Things are going well. We have body scanner training this week, and then we have some allocations from miscellaneous funds we're gonna use to work on doors. We got a couple of doors, even though we fixed a bunch last year, but we have like our next level of doors and locks that we need to work on, but we already have the funding for that in place. So, do we need to revisit that contract issue, or are we good?
For the sheriff's contract, yeah, we do. I mean, we can do it now, or we can do it in a minute.
Yeah, we'll go ahead.
Okay.
Let's go ahead and do
We
it.
passed this out last time. I will say this is different because I have a couple of signatures that were split on 2 different pages, so this version is better to sign. Each year, we approve a contract with the sheriff's office. So what you have is a resolution on top for the county council, which they'll do after this meeting. The second page is for you guys, the commissioners, and the third page is the actual contract itself. So which would be signed by you and the council. So the appropriate action, assuming you want to adopt it, is to adopt resolution 25-02, which adopts the sheriff's salary contract. And that would authorize you guys to then sign the actual contract attached.
All right, I'll ask for a motion.
I'll make a motion, we approve adopting the sheriff's salary contract, resolution 2025-02.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? All right.
And since Melissa has nothing on her plate, after you sign it, you can give it to her so she can shepherd it at the county council.
Thank you, Melissa.
And then, the third page, the salary contract, the signatures need updated, that signature section.
Is that,
Maybe it's just on-
oh, that one, yep, I did not, I got the resolution, but not the salary contract.
But I updated it.
But he did, she did. So.
Yeah,
It's in there.
It's in there.
that one? Okay.
And we already approved that at last meeting.
No, you tabled it until May.
Oh, so do we need a motion to
Well, you
approve?
just approved the resolution which authorizes you to sign the contract, so that's all there is to that. Okay.
All right, anything else?
No, sir.
Thank you very much. Highway Department, I'd say they're probably getting ready for a little bit of the white stuff, so I doubt we have any in the Highway Department here.
I would like to commend them on the work that was done this weekend. There was a holiday on Monday, but just so you know, our highway department was out Saturday evening, Sunday, and Monday. So I do appreciate that, I'm sure everyone else does as well.
I guess probably another thing that I'll throw in there is, please get it out to everybody, don't drive through the water. We've already had to make 3 water rescues today. Planning Commission,
Okay, I've usually done my January report. Obviously January's a little slow, the weather is cold, crappy. So we only had 1 permit for a residence. And then we did have several for garages or, pole barn or something. And then there's one person was doing a remodel. Now it's already picked up this month. And I'm sure I'll be able to keep getting more and more because weather's getting nicer and people are doing more, can use more.
So you had a total of 7 permits in the month of January.
Yeah, 7, I'm not counting gas and electric or anything, that's just for the building permits, for the people who are building something, yes. We get several gas and electric all the time, people come in, have to upgrade their electric service because they want 200 amp or building a nice barn, they want 400 amp and a lot of gas. If that something's been turned off, they have to have an inspection before they'll turn it back on.
Okay,
So we get a lot of those too.
okay.
all right, anything else, Kate? Thank you very much. Okay, skip that. Our economic development,
There was a report that was sent both to the commissioners and the council for their review. We do have a community forum that is going on next Thursday, February 27th at the Spencer County Youth and Community Center in Chrisney at 6 p.m. and everyone is welcome to attend. So we would love to have everyone there. The Jonathan with RJL Solutions will be presenting this community forum. Other than that, we're still working on projects that are looking to come to Spencer County. There are 2 projects that they are working on, as well as Superior Ag's project is still in place. And then, I don't know, do you need to do any, you'll go over the part with the, do we need to do anything with the 501c3 or is that complete?
I mean, I can.
Well, you can talk about it during your
Whichever.
event, that's fine. That was just on this update, so. Everyone should have a copy of the update.
all right, anything else?
That's all I got for economic.
Legal
development.
report?
Okay, we have officially created the Spencer County Economic Development Authority, which you guys voted on last time. I circulated to you the articles of incorporation and bylaws. Mac had a change that I've gone ahead and already made on my version. However, those bylaws will need to be adopted at a meeting of the authority itself. And you 3 are the initial board, and then it outlines additional folks to be appointed. So at some point, I don't know that there's necessarily a quick deadline, but at some point you'll want to meet and accomplish that. Somewhat related to that, we have some potential litigation to discuss, and that would be best in an executive session meeting. As I understand it, there may be some employment discussions that relate to appropriate executive session as well. So, it seems like to me sometimes the most convenient time is prior to these meetings, but obviously that's up to you guys in terms of when you want to do it.
So you're thinking, the 4th, is that the first
That's the
meeting
first
of
one.
March?
Yeah.
How, do you think an hour would be long enough for all of this?
Probably.
1 o'clock? Or,
2 o'clock?
2 o'clock. Because
well, we have the
2:45
drainage board at
2:45 would be
2:45.
Oh, yeah, so you could do 1:45.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, anything else?
So, I guess what I wanna ask is, do we need to schedule a meeting for the Economic Development Authority, since the three of us are,
Yeah, you do,
do you wanna do that like right after the drainage board meeting?
yeah, I think that would make sense.
So just put that on the agenda as an Economic Development Authority initial meeting
Yeah.
to establish the bylaws,
Yeah,
At what time?
like 2:55.
Okay.
2:50,
Okay.
2:50, because we're usually done pretty quick.
Okay.
All right, anything else on that?
I don't think so.
All right, I have Family Recovery Court.
Hey, I just real quick need to get approval. We have an out-of-state convention that, myself and one other member of Family Recovery Court is, supposed to be attending. This is all going to be paid through our grant funding, so no cost to the county for that. So all of that grant funding has been set aside already. I have a general price range of about $2,800 per person for the conference expenses. That includes, registration fee, flight, hotel, food, mileage of any kind, parking reimbursement is all included in that total. So we do have funds set aside to cover, both of us going to that.
So you just want approval for the grant?
Yeah, per the, handbook, it looked like I needed approval for that to happen.
Yes. Have we done this before?
No, so this is a new convention for us. It was recommended, we did our certification, and are completely a certified program as of November. And in that process, they recommended that we attend this conference on a yearly basis.
And that comes off of which grant?
So the grant fund that will come out of this year is the, it's called the JPAR Opioid Addiction Response Grant. It comes from the state. And they've approved, what categories we're putting that spending into.
All right, I'll ask for a motion to accept the travel.
I'll make that motion.
We have a motion, do we have a second?
I will second it.
All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Thank you very much.
Thank you guys.
Kayla.
Okay, Indiana Region 15, Nathan?
Good afternoon. I believe the report was sent out in your packets, but I'm going around to all of our counties just giving an update on what we have been working on through 2024. So what you have is kind of a 10-year history starting 2014 through 24 as far as the grants. The county pays in, the per capita fee, each one of the 6 counties pays in, and that matches the planning grant that we get from EDA. It also matches the planning grant that we get from NDOT. So looking on at 2024, it was kind of a slow start of the grants that we worked on for the county. Still, more came in than what you put in, but what we do with this is, the year that the grant is actually funded, we put it on that year, but it's not like a one and done type thing. We're working on it up to a year before the grant goes in and then afterwards to administer those. So really still the Dale wastewater that was funded in 2021, that is still going on. The Santa Claus EDA water improvements is still going on. The Rockport downtown plan, that is wrapping up. And then we still have our EPA Brownfields assessment grant that was awarded to Indiana 15. We're still looking for sites for that, but that is ongoing. And then we do have, I put in the projects in discussion and development. Some of these are just, you know, I don't know how they're gonna happen, but they are needs. But specifically, Grandview wastewater improvements, we did an income survey for them it was probably August through October, to get them qualified to apply for grant funds through the Office of Community and Rural Affairs. And they got their income limits, or the low to moderate income, up above what they needed to qualify. So we will be submitting that application here in round 1. We're also working with Rockport on some park improvements, trying to find some funding for them. We've had discussions with Rockport for owner-occupied rehab, the housing, trying to get that going here. And then we're also, if we didn't write the grant, we're still participating. A lot of the funding, or actually all of the funding now through the State Revolving Fund, SRF, requires the federal wages, the Davis-Bacon wages, and they require somebody to do the verification with contractors, make sure that they're paying that. So we are working with Rockport and Christney on the SRF labor standards as well. So we're busy, we're, you know, trying to keep moving ahead on a lot of the grant programs, and we'll just see what happens.
All right.
So,
All right.
any questions?
Thank you very much.
All right, thank you.
I don't know if you mentioned this or not, but Indiana 15 is also our administrator of funds for Ready.
Yes, I actually have
So
that
he
written
is a
down.
part of all of, not necessarily Nathan, but someone attends the Ready meetings that are handled every month.
Yeah, there's 3 of us from the office that attend all those meetings. I handle everything that goes into the tool with IADC for the counties, and then we spread all the other projects out. So we're staying very busy with that.
Well, I think it's nice that you're in the room. That way it helps for people like myself to be able to fall back and ask a question if I didn't understand. So thank you. Thank you for being in the room.
You're welcome.
All right, recorder?
Hi, so I got a phone call today from Brock Smith. He is our partner relationship manager through Fiddler Technologies, who does all of our recording systems. We offer a program called Laredo, and it's our monthly search, it's a reoccurring monthly subscription, that we offer to individuals, title companies, attorneys to access our public records. We obviously use it in the office. Melissa's office uses it, the assessor's office, pretty much everybody in the courthouse also has a county account that is included with the usage fee that they charge us per month. Beginning in May, they will be upping the cost by 15%. So Brock called today, and after talking to some other recorders, pretty much everybody over the state is wanting to up their fees by 15% to offset that cost. I don't have more information than that yet. I just wanted to let you guys be aware of that because a new contract will be coming in to reflect these new price changes. So I just kind of wanted to be a little proactive and let you guys know about that. And then I'm supposed to be getting emails and some information on it next week, and I'll bring it to the next meeting and let you guys look over it.
And get our fees jacked up and get everything going then?
Yes,
Okay.
yes, I'm told it's just, we just have to send Fiddler an email and they will go ahead and up the prices automatically. We don't have to do anything, but it will come with a new contract, so you guys obviously need to be aware and be in on that, so.
All right, thank you.
Can I, Jim?
Go ahead.
Can I pigtail on that a little bit?
Yes.
I just got an email from Microphone, and beginning in '26, we don't have any elections this year, so it's not an issue, but beginning in 2026, their annual service contract will go up by $2,000. Dave, you probably want to hear that, or not want to hear that, but I know you're pertinent on this too. Some of their other services, there is an increase, but I got the email just a few minutes ago, and I haven't had time to look at the other stuff and compare it like I did on the annual contract, because I know that was kind of hard. But be aware that I'll be coming back and explaining what's going on with that. And it won't take effect until '26, but it is coming, so, okay?
It is what it is. We gotta deal with it.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, any old business? New business, we have an ambulance opening. I think we have our ambulance people sitting in the back there.
Anybody got a knife?
That's a knife.
This is from Eli Haskett at Emergency Vehicles Plus.
That's me.
How you like
Thanks for coming.
Yep, no problem. It's our first time entering your guys' bid process, so I brought that bid down today and dropped it off, and I wanted to just stop in and say hi and introduce myself, and if you guys have any questions, I want to be here for.
Well, you can stand up front here and introduce yourself so we know who you are.
Alright. So I'm Eli Haskett. I'm the state sales rep for Emergency Vehicles Plus. I represent Horton Ambulances. Horton is new to the state as far as having a rep. It's up until November 23, it was dealt with directly from Horton in Ohio. There was no state representative. So I took that job in January of 24, and Murray reached out and told me about the bid process, so I got together what I could as quickly as I could to be prepared to give you guys something to look at.
Well, thank you, sir.
All right, this includes quite a bit of information such as background on the company, bid specs, etc., but the total purchase order amount as stated in the specs and drawings comes to $348,897. 348,897. And just from my surface review, it looks like they did a good job of presenting quite a bit of information, including all of their bonds, like I said, the specs, all of that. But that's just it. This one is from Crossroads Ambulance Sales and Services, or Service, LLC. Okay. Yeah, it looks like they've got quite a few different things that we typically require. We'll want to probably go through that, but their total purchase price appears to be $393,899. So that is $393,899.
Okay, so I guess probably what we'll do, we'll take these, I'll ask for a motion to take these bids under advisement.
I'll make a motion that we take the bids under advisement.
All right, we have a motion, do we have a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. And I guess probably the best for you to
Yeah, I'd like to go over it.
go over them
Yep.
and come back to us in the next meeting.
Okay.
That'll give you time to get over everything and check everything and make sure everything's right. How's that sound?
All right, that'd be fine.
Okay. Sounds good.
Do you have any other questions, or?
I mean, there's a big difference in the price, but, you know, I have to look to see what exceptions they may have, compared to the specs that we drew up and cabinetry configuration, things like that. So I have to take time to look at all that stuff.
And just for the record, I want to say, this being that this is our first time, all the information in the quote is there that you should need to review. There is some, like I don't have the drawings in there because we just didn't have time to produce those with the short timeline to meet the deadline to have that stuff here today. And I put in there too, any questions along the way, feel free to reach out. I can answer for you, and be more than happy to welcome you guys to Emergency Vehicles Plus and earn your business. So.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you. Thanks for being here.
All right. Anything else on new business?
We have, did you wanna go over the, you have anything? You have
I got nothing. I didn't get it together.
nothing?
I'll
All
read it
right,
the next one.
if you don't have anything else,
What about do we need to go over the mowing contract?
I had something also that I was going to.
go ahead.
Do we know?
The trees at the ambulance station out on Highway 66, they are old pine trees, and every time we have a storm, we have to clean up after them. It's getting to the point now where it's just costing a lot of money, and I'm wanting to get rid of them. Take them
Okay.
down and improve the looks of the building. I don't feel that the building needs to be covered up. It's a nice looking building. They need to be proud of what they got, and we don't need a tree to cover it up. That's the way I look at it, so.
I have no problem on that. Do
Do
we
you-
need to put bids out for that, or
I think you just get a quote.
Yeah, you can just
You
get
don't
quotes.
have
just
to.
get quotes on
Yeah.
that?
Do you wanna handle taking care of that, or,
Yes, you
Do
guys
you
will pay
want-
for it then?
well,
That works for me.
it is our building.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, sure,
Okay.
yes, definitely,
We'll
we're
work on
gonna pay
getting
for
it
that.
So
So
you're
it's-
gonna go ahead and get the quotes, and then you'll let us know?
Yes,
Okay.
I'll get somebody to take care of that as soon as I get out here. I'll get with
Do we
this.
need to make a motion that we approve to remove the trees?
Can.
That sounds like a motion to me.
I'll make a motion that we get quotes to remove the trees
At least, what,
at
3,
Rockport.
2 or 3? Get 2 or 3 quotes for us.
Okay.
Second.
All those in favor? All those opposed? All right. Anything else? What do you need?
You have the
So-
mowing contract.
Yes, I just need your okay to, I guess, get it going. Yeah,
Okay.
he
did-
drafted it, so,
Okay, you got it drafted?
yeah.
Okay.
So if
Do
you're
you wanna
okay with
review?
it, is there anything you wanna change with it, or are you good with it? And I'll get it out there and bring it to, I can't remember which meeting you said to bring it to, but.
March 18th.
Yeah.
March 18th, okay.
Mac, you're on it for having a new board.
I know.
I'm impressed.
About 3:45 when it runs out, so. If there's any more decisions that need to be made, we should go ahead.
So we will ask for bids for March 18th of our mowing contracts.
Yes.
Isn't
All
that
right.
the meeting you changed the date on?
Yep, March 14th.
March 14th, yes.
See? If I would've got one more hour of sleep, I would've.
You could have been on it.
All right.
I'll make a motion that we adjourn the meeting.
We have a motion to adjourn the meeting. Do we have a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Thank you very much.